One virus, 3 weeks, millions dead. And I was there. My name was Alex Mercer. And my work is almost done.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Prototype. The main game is over. And all we have left now is the post-game. There isn't a lot to the post-game, though. But now there's no more main missions, so we're just completely in free roam. The only thing we can really do is just destroy more hives, military bases, and of course, complete the remaining events, because that is what we're going to be doing today. But, because we completed this on hard for the first time, now we have hard mode plus. There's not a lot to New Game Plus in this game, other than we start the game with all of our abilities unlocked. So, if you really wanted to go through the game again quickly, then you would use it properly. But otherwise, New Game Plus doesn't really offer that much to the table. But we're here for the final round of events. That'll lead us to completing them all on gold. After the last two main missions, 2 tickets, and the final boss fight, we have all of them unlocked now, which includes the Last of the Kill events, the War events, and the Consume events. Those are the last 3 categories that we have to complete. They're all over the map too, which is... hooray! So judging from where we start, which is kind of at the bottom of Times Square, the closest one is the final Infected Consume event, right all the way up there. So let's finish that off first. Oh good, it's in this underpass. Better not have any issues. Let's just get... oh yeah, of course we're gonna have issues. Get this guy shooting at you. Okay, we're leaving with him. We're taking him to go. We will fight in the arena. And by fight I mean cheat. So, one last Consume event for the Infected category, and of course, one final hive destruction. No gimmicks this time. Let's actually do it like I usually would this time, which of course means a lot of target the hive, please. Devastators! Devastators are always just a great way of in order to actually do this quickly and efficiently. Especially when the muscle mass boost just comes in handy and makes everything wonderful. One last one should do the trick. Or not. Oh, it's so close. Alright. We need to feed the building! Feed the building its offspring! And since we can't throw hunters properly, we need to just throw the infected other people. No. People. The building only accepts people.
Ranger requesting strike package on my 20, over. Confirmed. Strike package en route. Over. Strike package is go. Repeat. Package is go. Fire support overhead. Marines see various targets. Can you laser the hostile for us? Over.
You might be thinking to yourself, do the people actually do damage? And the answer is yes. They actually do. It's not just editing magic. But now we have strike teams to deal with. But it doesn't matter, because that is all of the Infected Consume events done. So let's just hijack a helicopter and get out of here, I guess.
Initial results, but incomplete fire mission.
There we go, that helps. Get everything off of us, and we can start making our way to the next consume events. There are 2 left, and of course, in terms of tradition, only 1 appears at a time. So we have to deal with this one right over here before we can do the final military one. Since we have a helicopter, we might as well just go ahead and coast all the way over there. And even in post-game, you get more military expenditure stats and whatnot. But the weird thing is that there's no actual way of seeing them after that. Okay, we won't. Apparently you were very vigilant at your post. I want it. This would have been helpful to have in the last mission. Military base infiltration. But apparently we get to do it now, but so we might as well. The military infiltration. Words are words. To be honest, it's kind of one of my favorite ones. And just because it has the most amount of layers to them. That and the scientist hunts. And it's also really nice that the commanders... Oh, okay. Just had to ruin my good fun, and apparently I just can't repeat awesome stuff. Alright, quickest way of doing this. Just get on the other side of the wall. There we go. In hard mode, you don't have a lot of time in order to get into the base. But if you understand the disguise mechanic enough, it's not really that much of an issue. Because now we're able to just head back, and as long as you don't do anything stupid, you're able to get in there no problem. Man, I wish I had a weapon. Man, I wish I had some upgrades. But unfortunately we don't. So there's only this one guy in order to actually consume. And apparently lightning does strike twice because I consume them in the open. These guys did not see anything. Apparently having these masks on makes people blind. Good, I'm higher rank apparently. One thing I actually wanted to try out, because there's one way I haven't really neutralized bases, and that's Devastators. And, wait a minute. Nobody noticed that. Everything exploding all over each other, and nobody noticed. Can I do that with every Devastator? Apparently not. Well, everybody's dead, at least. So, we should be able to get out of here easily. No? Okay, fine, everybody dies. Even when you alert people and everybody's dead before the alert actually really begins, well, these people will still show up, I guess. But that is an interesting thing that just kind of happened, that the air tendril barrage didn't make people show up. Good thing I figured that out now. I like that there's still sounds of people talking even though nobody's there. Screw you, base. Oh, shoot! Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. No use being here anymore. I don't think it's going to be that easy of getting rid of my alert, because there's military everywhere. Maybe it is. Nope. Yes?
Roger that. Strike request answered. Package en route now. Over.
Nope, I had a detector there. UAVs apparently know everything.
Mark.
Okay, let's I'm gonna get rid of that, and we can head all the way just down shortly, because there is the last military consume event. I wonder what it's gonna be. Can't be more web targets. Maybe a military destruction? Also, he's also in a nice place where hunters are able to just get him easily. So, better not waste any more time in this kid's playground and just pick him up. Because we have a buddy now. And it's another infiltration? Why 2 in a row in the post-game? I guess the people who expected the player to not have all of the upgrades before the last mission, which I guess kind of makes sense because people tend to streamline games like this and just kind of just go with it. And in terms of going through the rest of the events, they kind of expect it, really. We'll learn more information as we keep going through the post-game. But time to infiltrate another base. This will at least let me test a theory, if anything. As last base, I was able to just kind of destroy everything and not get caught.
Get Armstrong up there. Guns up. Move in pairs. Another step. Find it.
I better get that guy. I wonder where the UAVs are, because they're not picking me up. Doesn't look like they're actually there. It just looks like the detectors. Oh, there they are. We better get in now. You're in my spot. Get out. Excuse me? You know who I am.
Attention.
That's right. Just simply nudge you. You know something. That giggle was not for nothing. He's a smart one. Anyway, consuming the target, and then I can try something out in terms of neutralizing this place. And this last guy decides to be the wonderful guy who just likes being in the corner. Dum da da dum dum da da dum ba da ba ba. There we go. Alright, now we just need some more health for more devastators, and let's try out the air tendril barrage again.
I'm going closer for a turkey.
No, nothing. Okay. I think repetition speaks for itself in that nothing happens with the air tendril barrage. Because if I'm on the ground, everybody knows where I am. And if I'm Alex in a military base, of course they're gonna know where I am. Alright, let's sprint frenzy these guys. It's actually a bit clumsy in order to actually do, especially when you're locking on. Because locking on and frenzy, those are two terms that should not go together. And then all of these guys just disperse because of annoying jerks. But hey, if they're able to just simply kill each other out of blind aggression towards me, that's fine. I just kind of flattened him on the ground and then cut him up. That's... oh boy. And time for... I love that combo. I wish I could use it more. That is a wonderful combo because it just doesn't make sense. But it's just so stylish. And that is it for the military bases. No more infiltration unless we actually want to. And with that, we come to the very end of the consume events. All of the military consume events are done, and all of the infected. And we get this wonderful screen. Congratulations! We did it! Woohoo! Everything's great. Yeah? We're good? Nope. Okay. Okay, you noticed me not jumping up, but down. And I had to, because it... Jeez, these military places, jeez. I needed a good destruction. There wasn't enough of them in the consume events, I don't think. But that is it for dealing with those guys. Now we only have the actual events left to do, which include the kill and war category. So, let's go from top to bottom, I guess. Because we could go bottom to top, but that wouldn't go with the list very well, because we'd be starting with the last one. So, let's head to the other side of the map and deal with overkill. Overkill is a bit weird, and sometimes you can glitch out where you are in order to start the event. It doesn't change anything, but this kind of thing shouldn't be happening. And we also get a good look at the old Blood Tox facility. So why is this event weird? Well, remember Street Sweeper? This event is the accompaniment of Street Sweeper. Remember when we did that event? So, the thing that makes it a bit of an oddity to me is that there's such a gap between the infected and military Whip Fist events. I don't know why, but apparently there are. Now, this event is kind of an annoyance in order to actually build up a good score, because you're dealing with military who love keeping their distance from you, and, well, the Whip Fist is not a good way of taking down enemies, at least quickly anyways. It's good for individual targets if you're looking to be very precise and specific. And using just the heavy attack in order to get guys around is kind of good. And also, in terms of looking at the minimap and seeing all of these guys clustered together, it's kind of not really accurate. And also, another difficulty is there's a chance of death when you're dealing with a mission like this, because you're getting shot from everywhere, and you really can't waste time in terms of consuming people. But there we go, we got the gold requirement, 37 points. But I know I can do better than that. It's difficult to do better than that, actually, because, well, you're relying on military placement. And if the placement's not good, your score is going to fail. So it's another one of those that just kind of bugs me to no end. So let's try it again. And this time, let's cheat! Yeah, I kind of like cheating a lot. Simply because it's kind of easy to do. Actually, it's not easy to do at all, especially when you're dealing with a power like the Whip Fist. You can't bring tanks here as well, because tanks are kind of the one place where the Whip Fist is just not usable. However, if you're looking for a strategy that doesn't really involve cheating, but it also does deal a lot with placement even more, is if you get a lot of the military around a car, specifically, and you blow up the car, the explosion that you cause will actually attribute to your score if you're killing the specific targets that you're asked to kill. So, if some strategies don't necessarily work, just go with explosions, it works. But yeah, with cheating, you're definitely going to be able to get a better score than 37. 45 was kind of the best in order to do without cheating, but then you can definitely up that one by, well, 15 points. So 61 is definitely a good score. This mission is... event. I said mission again. Ow. This event is definitely odd. And I don't really understand why the gap is there. But it's there, and we're finally done with the whip power kill events. Okay, so with that out of the way, now we can just go and head down the map. 2 more events to go before we're finished all of them, and let's finish up the war category now with close contact. Well, this is an interesting sight. A couple helicopters around, apparently helping out the military down here. But there's kind of a brawl going on between the super soldiers down here and the hunters. This war event is actually kind of cool. It's time for a brawl, but you're on the infected side and not the super soldier side. And yes, you can critical pain through a building in order to get to the super soldiers. Yeah! That's pretty fantastic. So, your goal here is to take down 25 super soldiers as quick as possible. And in order to do that, you're going to be using very specific moves, like the air slice. That does a lot of moves, or a lot of damage. And apparently they all spawn over here. So yeah, the best thing that you could do is devastating. And it's easy to actually pull off devastators because of the amount of health that a super soldier gets. But you kind of have to be careful with using the air slice, because if you're engaging with a super soldier but a hunter is around, there's chances are you're going to be killing the hunter too, and you can't have that happen. Look at all that tasty health. That is almost gone. It does take a while with this kind of idea, and going toe-to-toe with these guys, although quick, it's not as quick as you can be. Although, in my opinion, kind of fun to do. Another annoying thing is that they love being in the wall and also climbing on top of the wall, being like that guy who just ran down the building. Yeah, the glitch that kind of happens when hunters and super soldiers love standing sideways on buildings applies here sometimes as well, and that can have a negative impact on how quick you can do damage on them. And the hunters can hold their own, too. Because sometimes super soldiers will come around but they'll already be like low health, and that's the hunters doing. So, in terms of having an ally for this war event, you have a pretty good ally. However, in terms of this war event, one big criticism for it is that it takes so long to do. Luckily, the time requirements are very lenient, but this is the longest of the war events, and I don't necessarily like this event because of that. Because imagine to yourself if you were really close to failing the gold requirement for this event, and then you fail it by like a second or two, and you have to do like 3 minutes of fighting all over again. It's not really a good feeling. Evenly matched, 2 for 2. The thing is, I don't know where exactly the other super soldiers are. They're on the map, but I can't actually find them in the hunters dealt it with. Okay. Thanks, hunters. You actually saved me a lot of time there. So in general, getting a score of about 3 minutes 15 to 3 minutes 25 is pretty good. But of course, there's always room for improvement when using especially those helicopters that were around earlier. Another thing about the super soldiers is that they're really annoying. They're whiners. But just pick up a helicopter and you can do this event really quickly, actually. Let's deal with this guy falling to the ground. But yeah, you can just kind of pummel them with missiles and whatnot, and you can take them down really quickly. All of the weapons in a helicopter definitely take down a good amount of damage. But the most effective is, of course, the middle guns. Just like the regular missiles, not the homing missiles. Although they are really fast and really powerful, there's just not a lot of them. You also have to make do with where the super soldiers appear, because if you do that, then you're able to kill them a lot quicker than if you let them just kind of go their own way. And that guy was stuck to the wall. Where are the super soldiers? I have killed... Okay, there they are. Finally they showed up. But yeah, they all cluster around that one water tower, and if you're just kind of sitting here in terms of actually killing them off, imagine the time you can shave off of this event. It's pretty great. And now I'm out of missiles, so let's switch to the homing missiles, which do a decent amount of damage. It takes about 2 homing missile shots to take care of a super soldier. So you will run out of them eventually, and then you'll just be down to the machine gun fire. Just be careful that you're not taking down the hunters as well, because that can also happen, and that's bad. Okay, one last guy down on the ground. Apparently the other hunters don't even know about this guy, but there we go. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That shaves at least a minute off your time. And it's just using a different way in terms of dealing with an event, with the resources that are available to you. So it's not necessarily cheating, like dropping off a ton of vehicles everywhere. You're actually using the vehicle for something actually helpful. But even though we killed everybody off and we did a great job, these guys will forever brawl against each other, so we can just leave them to that. Alright, so the war category is now complete. Yeah, all golds. Fantastic. So that leaves just one more category to do. And sadly, even though their consume events are all done, we're not able to revisit the event categories, which is kind of weird, but oh well. So we just have one final event to do before we can wrap this all up. And that is demolition. What kind of tank we'll be using for this one? Oh, it's our good buddy Thermobaric tank. It's been a while since we had one of these, and... Shut up with the alert. I'm doing an event. I'm busy. It's been a while. Ever since Rolling Thunder, we haven't really been able to use a Thermobaric tank. In terms of being the final event that you would probably do in the game, it's pretty satisfying. It's a great way to end off things. And of course, it's an accompaniment. Rolling Thunder had to do with the infected, this one has to do with the military, so you can do pretty good on this one if you're just kind of going around. It's a different position than being around infected everywhere. Because of course you have the tanks coming from all 4 directions, so you'll rack up points pretty quickly. I still want to like evil laugh, but I would never be able to keep it up for the next like minute 10 seconds. So oh well, you can do it on your own time. Have some fun with it. Because with all the kill events, this is definitely the one that just kind of gives the best, like, catharsis. If you're really angry during the day, play an event like this. It'll definitely help you out. I think the weird thing about the tanks, though, is that they actually give only 5 points apiece. Because they're like the little piddly tanks instead of the big ones. But you're still blowing up things in incredible fashion, and the amount of military that are around definitely make up for it. I at least wanted to do it for a couple seconds. 249. Blow that out of the water by almost 70 points. And that is a great way of ending off all of the events for the game. So, that's our final wrap-up. We have all of the events in gold. Feels pretty good. But there are still more things to do in post-game related to the events. So, next time, we're going to be checking those out. See you next time, everyone.